So we found out about Wayne through Krista at Westside German Shepherd Rescue. She had heard about the dog being picked up on a Saturday and then brought him home to us the following Sunday. And he's been with us every day since.
The best part about Wayne when we got him is just seeing him evolve and coming out of his shell in the first 2 weeks, from him hiding and not coming to us to when we get home, him running through the door and greeting us. Like, it's just the sweetest thing.
When I just got Amber, she had just had her leg amputated, and you could see that she was sad. I was a little bit worried at first until my roommate brought home Lou, who's the staffy, and they were just like love at first sight. They just loved each other, and they started playing around, and Lou would kind of run off and Amber would chase after him, and over time you saw that she got more and more confident. And then she started to kind of come out of her shell and blossom, and then she's the Amber that you see today. I was concerned at first about having a tripod just because I never had a tripod before, so I didn't know what to expect. It was something that I had to get used to a little bit at first, but once I saw that she didn't care that she had 3 legs, it was like, well, why should I care that she has 3 legs, you know? The most rewarding part about having Amber is I know I have a companion for the rest of my life and her life. All she really needed was a loving home and just some TLC, and she was fine.
When I first met Bella, she was clearly skittish. She was doing better than when she was first found, which was severely emaciated, essentially shut down. She'd come out of her shell a little bit, but was not enjoying the kennel experience. Well, she'll be my 5th foster now. The first 2 went with the ex-wife, and then I got 2 more. So I've got 2 4-year-olds that she gets along with beautifully. She's gotten more open with hanging out with us as a pack. She's slowly coming around. She's up to 55 pounds after a couple of months, and I'm trying to fatten her up a little bit more, giving a little bit extra food in the bowl compared to the other 2. She's doing really well. The thing I like with fostering is you get to see them change, because they just wouldn't get that in the kennel. Even with twice daily walks from volunteers, it's just a different environment, and it's really the home environment that helps bring more of what they are out for any potential adopter.
I've always loved animals my whole life. I was always nursing dogs back to health, or birds that were hurt or something like that. And we started Westside German Shepherd Rescue in 2002. And so we started in the back of a vet hospital near Figueroa and Lacey Street. And we would have maybe 7 or 8 dogs, a handful of volunteers. And some Saturdays we got all our dogs adopted and we didn't have any, and then we go get some more, and then it just became, it took off. Most of the dogs we get ultimately are coming from animal shelters, so kill shelters again, and they ask us to help. They don't have the finances to treat anything. All they can do, like with a broken leg, is put a cast to stabilize and pain meds, and then they call us. In my position, so much of what I do is problem solving. But I'm fortunate to have so many amazing, incredible people and that are there for the dogs. And I attribute the success of Westside German Shepherd Rescue totally to the volunteers. Usually at the beginning, they would see a picture of a dog on a website that a shelter is reaching out, needs help for this dog. Then some volunteer has gone to the shelter to evaluate that dog. Usually they do videos, they'll send it to me, pictures, and then we have to decide if we have room, if this is a dog we think we can place. Then we have a volunteer who arranges transportation. Then we have volunteers who go to the shelter to get the dog. Then we have to decide whether the dog is sick. If it's too sick, it goes right to the vet hospital. If not, it goes to the kennel. Then we have people that will wash a dog. You know, most of these guys come in and they need some grooming. We have volunteers that walk the dogs. We have volunteers that will spend time with them and take some of the notes that the staff people have done on the dogs and write these really nice bios and post them. We have our events. Our volunteers are selling sweatshirts, t-shirts, cups. They do this auction, monthly auction. To run a rescue is very, very expensive. I think people don't always understand. I mean, our average cost per dog is about $1,000, and our adoption fee is a third of that. The holidays are very important to Westside German Shepherd Rescue. During that time, a lot of people are very generous, fortunately, and it keeps us going for a while. We saved almost 1,000 now, more than ever before, but you know, if we had the resources and the space, we could have saved another 1,000. There's just so much need here. One thing that I love is the monthly hikes, and all these people come from all over. A lot of people who can't have dogs themselves but want to get their doggy fix.
I live in a place where I can't have my own dog, so coming here, I get puppy time, but I also get to help them out, and I love German Shepherds a lot.
Well, growing up, I had dogs, and here where I live, I can't have dogs where I live, so I decided to volunteer here and get my fix. So.
Everybody comes, takes a dog, and we have in this kennel sometimes we have like 95 dogs. Every single dog is out of there, and it's a special thing to know that they're all having a good time. And sometimes people actually fall in love with one of these dogs and come back and adopt it. So that's been a win-win for us. With Rocky's adoption, that was special to me because I had been there when he was turned in by his owners. But he came on the day that it was just so hot, and he had eye infections, and he was skin and bones. But anyway, when he got adopted on the Saturday to these really lovely people, and they've been sending us pictures, and they drove from Sacramento. I mean, I love that. To me, it completes the story. It's been so interesting to watch as Westside has kind of reached out to farther and farther to people all over the world, and to see the messages that are coming from people. And like sometimes we'll have a dog that's going to go through a difficult surgery, and just to say, you know, think of him, you know, people's good wishes, that they're there, they care, over and over. It's so wonderful. I wonder how I survive in rescue. Since the beginning of Westside, altogether we've placed about 10,000 dogs, and this was belonged to one of my first rescues. We didn't have tags in the very beginning, but we did with him, and he was #1, and he's long gone. But we're now at 10,000, the number on our tag. So it's a good feeling to know that we saved 10,000 lives. Sometimes I think of them all lined up, how many that would be.